Hi, everyone. Welcome to my brand new podcast, The Pursuit of a Healthy Lifestyle. Today's episode is going to be a solo. It's just me because I wanted to focus on why I wanted to start this podcast and introduce myself and my story a little bit. So, my name is Maria Blasco. I am 22 years old, almost 23, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm clearly not from Atlanta, as you can tell from my accent. I will go into that later. But first, thank you so much for listening and supporting my podcast. I've never thought on starting this journey before, but I always knew I wanted to do something that involves my voice, sharing my experiences and thoughts about topics that I really care about. So I think that this platform will allow me to dive deep into um, topics that I really want to share with you and that I have experience about them. And so why I named it the pursuit of a healthy lifestyle. Well, since I was a kid, I've always been very proactive. I played different sports, many sports. But as I kept growing up, I decided to go all in with golf, and I ended up moving to Atlanta to pursue my college and athlete career and signed a contract for a scholarship to play for the Georgia State University women's golf team. So, in general, fitness and wellness has been a part of me for many years, and there's definitely cons and pros about this lifestyle. But I think my favorite part is that there's there's always something new to learn and many ways to grow individually as a person, and I think that's such a great thing. And also a concept or idea that I feel I learned from my athletic field, um, also as a person, is that growth and change is okay. Many people think that change is always a negative thing, and from my experience and perception, my healthy lifestyle routine has changed over time. I don't use the same tips or hacks or routine that I did 6 months ago or a year ago. And I think that people needs to know what suits them the most, what works for them to become successful and feel better with themselves daily. And I feel that's the main reason I wanted to start this podcast, because I wanted to be a person for you guys that you can look up to whenever you're struggling and you don't know what to do, and why are you and if there's days that you're feeling weak or negative about yourself, I want you to listen to this podcast and get some tips to feel better. But before I go into all that, I thought it made sense if this episode was going to be focused on talking about my experience, trying to achieve a healthier lifestyle, evolving over time, and also what it looks like now. So let's go all the way back. So I was born in Barcelona, Spain in 2000, and I moved to the United States in 2018 in August. I literally changed my life from day to night just to pursue my student and college career. And obviously, I knew I had to adapt myself and lifestyle and culture to another country where, first of all, I barely spoke English. And all I heard about America is that all they do is eat burgers and fries. So that was the extent of my knowledge. It was very bad. And it was really exciting at first, but terrifying because I didn't know what I was gonna expect from this country. I was going all in, no family, no friends. I was all alone. I didn't even know my golf team, didn't meet them. Uh, I haven't even seen where I was gonna sleep. talked with my future coach on Zoom maybe like 3 4 times with my amazing English that I couldn't even speak for more than 3 minutes. So it was kind of overwhelming when I got there, and because I didn't know what to expect basically. So, but the first thing I noticed is the culture shock, and I remember my first day, feeling like a complete alien. I sounded weird. I was calling things the wrong name, and people wasn't super welcoming in class, um, because I felt that my standards of my Spanish culture, um, like taught me to, if there is someone new in my class, they would like I would come up to them and introduce myself first, but that didn't happen. So it was very tough for me. I felt very weird. And another thing that surprised about myself is that I'm very open and very communicative. And in that case, it didn't happen. I was very shy, and I felt it was because I was so insecure about not speaking the language and messing up in front of everyone, and just feeling embarrassed in front of the whole class for the whole semester. So that was something that taught me to adapt myself to new places, have positive mindset, and try to see the best things out of the worst things. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is in terms of food. I struggled big time the first couple of years. Even though I was playing golf every day and exercising, I went to the dining hall nonstop. I ate 4 times per day. I just had this anxiety inside of me because I was unhappy with myself there for the first couple of years, and I just, my comfort zone, I guess it was food, but I just didn't realize in how bad place I was in until basically recently. But in those, like after this experience that I had, that I've been through, I look at it as, if I've had someone that could have helped me, just coming up straight to me and saying, hey, I experienced where you're feeling. I can give you some advice, some tips that can make you feel better and find solutions to just not feel kind of in this box alone and super lonely. I feel it would have been so much easier for me to move on from that like mental state. And basically that's who I want to be for you guys. I want to be your guide in case you are experiencing this situation or you experienced it and you want to know why it happened, and find solutions to just feel better about yourself. And so since I started making these changes, because of my past, I integrated new routines. I've learned how to apply self love, goal settings, and discipline to become the best version of myself. But I'm still definitely in this journey with you guys, and I'm so excited to learn even more and just share my struggles and successes for you to see what can work for you or what can suit for you and your to integrate in your routine to have a healthier lifestyle. And so I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you come back for more, and make sure you subscribe, review, and comment. And don't forget to join me next week on another amazing episode of the Pursuit of a Healthy Lifestyle podcast. I'd love to hear from you and your comments also. So if you want to check me out on Instagram or Twitter at Maria Blasco 00. And yeah, overall, thank you so much for listening and supporting my new podcast. And I hope to see you guys next week.